Jim's in the house.
Because it was
Jim's in the Zoom.
Toastmasters, that's why.
Oh.
So I stuck it up there. And
Okay.
so I'm doing this 15-minute thing.
I got to answer this thing just a second. Hang on a minute.
Hang on.
Just a second.
Hang on.
No.
Yes.
Please.
Please. Oh, yes.
Echo of speakers. Hi,
Oh,
Mike.
Oh, there's the crew.
Hello, everyone.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hi.
Aloha.
From Idaho.
Idaho. This is my second Shakespeare on the road.
Wow.
Where are you? Idaho.
Idaho.
This
Wow.
is your fourth Shakespeare on the road.
Well, is that true? Okay. Well, what were the other two? Where was I?
2 here and 2
Oh,
over.
yes, that's true. The traveling Shakespeare in Hawaii thing. That's
Yes.
right.
There
But Hawaii is your true home, though.
Okay, yes, I'll take that. I'll take that.
He's got the ghost of Shakespeare.
We gotta have him scaring us, right?
Jesus, Jim, what is going on over there? Oh, no.
Yes. We're going to keep track of you guys tonight. No, I didn't write this play, but we're going to sing it. We're going to do it anyway.
You didn't write this one? Oh, great. How long is it? Someone got echo. Something's feedbacking. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, okay, unmute. I don't know. Is it me?
It could be you.
Are we all well met?
It's so weird. Linda told me she was coming. Let me give
Yeah.
her a call. Oh, it could be. Maybe because my phone has said, maybe I was still calling.
Your phone was on?
It was on, so maybe it was my phone.
Oh, it was like a long phone call.
Well, that's
Okay, so let me call Una.
We're safe. Thank God it's not the complicated equipment.
well, if you don't have Linda, you don't have a lead.
Are we in the green room now?
I got the green room.
I don't
Thank
know.
you. I was just wondering.
I think I got too many parts, you know.
Going to be talking to yourself?
I have no idea.
I checked mine.
Una, are you coming to the meeting, to the Shakespeare?
Get on your computer, my dear. So how's things in Idaho? Any snow yet?
Beautiful weather here. It's a beautiful fall.
I saw
There's no
your,
password.
I saw
Okay,
your
fine.
mobile that you were riding.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
now
I
I'll
should
call
show
Linda.
Mike how we get around in Idaho.
And then you should have your unicycle there too.
Wait.
Email.
Oh, yeah, I could
address.
send you the picture, Mike. That's true.
Okay.
No, okay.
Well, that's enough of this silly hat. Fits on Shakespeare a lot better than it does on me. What about our tall guy? I haven't heard from him. Is he out of state? The other David, yeah.
There was no reply.
No answer.
Una, dos. Wait, admit.
Ah!
Where's David?
I don't even know if I had the script.
Which book are we reading?
Cymbeline.
What is it? I don't know.
You got a huge book, huh?
Yes, one from Costco.
I saw
Beautiful.
that there.
It's pretty good. It has everything, I think.
Well, you might check for Two Noble Kinsmen. That might be missing. That's coming up in November.
Two noble kinsmen.
Should be one of the romances at the end. I gotta go get my script over here.
Oh, who am I reading today?
Everyone else. No.
Everyone else? What is it?
We got so many parts. You know, we got so many parts. I got the
Oh, you
thing.
should give me some more parts. I don't know.
Oh, you got about you got what? You want another part?
Well, there's 6 of us, so you know.
570 lines on that. Okay, for Una. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Mm.
Guiderius.
Darius. Yes.
Guido. Guiderius.
So that's a man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Cymbeline's son, who is kidnapped in childhood by me, Belarius, and raised as his son, Polydor. So when you're kidnapped, you're Polydor. Next.
Partidor? How do you...
Guido.
Derius. But you will have Guiderius will have another name, Polydor, Pollydore, but you'll probably see it in the script, and it'll probably say Guiderius in the script. Cornelius, which is a court physician.
Okay.
What else? One of the 2 gentlemen with David, so I guess you're both gentlemen.
The matchmaker.
You know what?
The matchmaker.
Not anymore.
Those two gentlemen have this speech at the very beginning of the show, and it should start with the Queen, because those 2 guys are telling us what happened already, and all we got to do is know what happened already.
Next. Jupiter. Una, you are king of the gods in Roman mythology.
Okay.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, and that's what I got for you. Unless you want one of mine, I'll be happy to give you.
Well, whatever is mine, it's so...
You might have Linda's. You might hold off a moment, because Linda is not showing up.
So do you want me to go with a gentleman one? I mean, first gentleman or second?
Just pick the first one. Someone will jump in for second. We'll have to do a lot of that because we're missing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of jumping in. That's what we'll do.
All right.
I can be
Leilani.
the second gentleman.
Okay. And David, Giacomo.
No, David.
There, we don't have a David.
He knows stay.
RV Argus Rarga. RV Ragars.
This is sounding like the
You
monk.
butchered
The
this
2
thing.
guys.
Ari Vargas. Ari Vargas.
There's a V there. V. RV.
Ari Vargas.
RV.
Vargas.
Isn't there a V there?
Ari
Oh,
Vargas.
I think it's misspelt then. That's why I got an RV Vargas.
I do see V. ARVIRAGUS.
Yeah, so that's Rargus. RV Rargus. RV.
RV Vargas.
That's
Okay.
David. But Una, you know what? you might be doing Imogen, because Linda is not here.
Okay. What's
And that
the
was-
emotion?
She's Cymbeline.
Heard before.
Cymbeline is the king. Imogen is the king's daughter.
Oh, I see.
The only one left after the two kids are kidnapped. So she has lots of stuff going on.
Okay.
Imogen, daughter by the former queen and later disguised as the page Fideli. But so you don't get poisoned or something. Oh, good
Okay.
God. Do we have Linda in some other ones? Yeah, one of the two captains. Ay. One of the two brothers. Postumus. There's like, those are small parts, but
There are no small parts.
yeah,
In every scene, she could not have a double.
Come on.
yeah. Every part is sacred. They're special. Oh wait, there's somebody waiting. It's Linda.
Who is it?
God,
Oh, Linda.
For goodness sakes. Good
I
thing.
think.
Where the hell
Thank
you
you.
been, girl?
Thank Jupiter.
Hi, Linda.
Where you was? She's not talking to you.
Need audio.
She's eating.
I was waiting. I was a little late. Sorry, guys. I have to feed my pets. And yeah, then I was waiting. I was about to call you, Leilani.
Yeah.
Nice haircut.
Good you're here. Thank you.
The reason you were
Hi,
waiting
Stan.
is because we were dispersing many parts around. You got Imogen.
If somebody else wanted, but I'll take
Oh, you might have to take more too. More also, but
it. Yeah, well, as you like it. As you like it. Hi, Jim.
you guys
I have a
supposed
cat.
to be- That's
I have
the
a
problem.
cat.
Searching for my
Are you not?
script that I had here all week. And now it's gone. I don't know.
I think
Okay,
the
Richard,
audience is getting restless. Somebody go out there and tell some jokes or something.
you got posthumous Leonatus, Richard,
Somebody warm up the house.
and
Quick,
There
Mike.
once was a butcher from nowhere.
Mikey. Do you know what you have aside from Cloten?
Let's see. Roman tribune, Spanish gentleman, and one of the jailers.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to
Mike?
see if
Mike should take Quidarius if you can, because he's not speaking any lines in that part.
okay. Should we
yeah.
have Una
You'll-
play Avagarius? Avaragrog?
Rog.
Avaragrog, the caveman. So Mikey do Guidarius, and then we'll have Una of RV.
Oh, so it got changed to RB instead of Darius.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Can handle.
Yeah. Alright.
Are we blatantly missing any giant holes here? No, I guess not. Nope. Nobody waiting in the wings.
Not waiting.
Uh-oh. What happened to Linda?
Oh, sorry. I covered the camera. There you go.
Okay.
Woo!
Putting on my script in a better place. My goodness.
Okay, get those Mikeys mic'd up. Or whatever they
Okay,
are.
let's just start. Any blank spots, somebody just jump in. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Actors to the stage.
What play are we doing?
Actors to the stage. This is Masterpiece Theatre's presentation of
We'd like to
Cymbeline.
welcome you all to another production of the Zoom Shakespeare Company. This week's production is Cymbeline. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Bank of Hawaii and the Idaho Potato Foundation. Scene 1. Written, the garden of Cymbeline's palace. Enter 2 gentlemen.
You do not meet a man but frowns our bloods. No more obey the heavens than our countries still seem as does the king.
But what's the matter?
His daughter and the heirs of kingdom, whose he's proposed to his wife's sole son, a widow that late he married, hath referred herself unto a poor but worthy gentleman. She's wedded, her husband banished. She imprisoned, all is outward sorrow through, though I think the king be touched at very heart.
None but the king?
He that hath lost her too, so is the queen that most desired the match, but not a courtier. Although they wear their faces to the bent of the king's looks, hath a heart that is not glad at the thing they scowl at.
And why so?
He that hath missed the princess is a thing too bad for bad report, and he that hath her, I mean that married her, alack, good man, and therefore banished, is a creature such as to seek through the regions of the earth. So one his like, there would be something failing in him that should compare. I do not think so fair an outward and such stuff within endows a man but he.
You speak him far.
I do extend him, sir, within himself, crush him together, rather than unfold his measure duly.
What is his name and birth?
I cannot divulge him to the root. His father was called Cecilius, who did join his honor against the Romans with Cymbeline, but had his titles by Tenetius, whom he served with glory and admired success. So gained the Sir Edition Leonatus, and had besides this gentleman in question 2 other sons, who in the worst of the time died with their swords in hand, for which their father, then old and fond of issue, took such sorrow that he quit being, and his gentle lady, big of this gentleman, our theme, deceased as he was born. The king he takes the babe to his protection, calls him Posthumus Leonatus, breathes him, and makes him of his bed chamber, puts to him all the learnings that his time could make him the receiver of, which he took, as we do err, fast as 'twas ministered, and in spring became a harvest lived in court, which rare it is to do, most praised, most loved, a sample to the youngest, to the most mature, a glass that feeded them, and to the graver, a child that guided dutards to his mistress, for whom he now is banished. Her own price proclaims how she esteemed him, and his virtue by her election may be truly read. What kind of man he is.
I honor him, even out of your report. But pray you, tell me, is she sole child to the king?
His only child. He had 2 sons. If this be worth your hearing, mark it. The eldest of them, at 3 years old, eyes swarthing clothes, the other from their nursery were stolen, and to this hour no guess in knowledge which way they went.
How long is this ago?
Some 20 years.
That a king's children should be so conveyed, so slackly guarded, and the search so slow that could not trace them.
How sore 'tis strange, or that the negligence may well be laughed at. Yet, is it true, sir?
I do well believe you.
We must forbear. Here comes the gentleman, the queen, and princes.
No, be assured, you shall not find me, daughter, after the slander of most stepmothers. Evil-eyed unto you, you are my prisoner, but your jailer shall deliver the keys that lock up your restraint. For you, Posthumus, so soon as I can win the offended king, I will be known your advocate. Marry, yet the fire of rage is in him, and 'twere good you'd leaned onto his sentence, and what patience your wisdom may inform you.
Please, your highness, I will from hence today.
You know the peril. I'll fetch a turn about the garden, pitying the pangs of barred affections, though the king hath charged you should not speak together.
Oh, dissembling courtesy! How fine this tyrant! Can tickle where she wounds. My dearest husband, I something fear my father's wrath, but nothing. Always reserve my holy duty. What his rage can do on me, you must be gone. And I should here abide the hourly shot of angry eyes, not comforted to leave, but there is the jewel in the world that I may see again.
Oh, my queen, my mistress. O lady, weep no more, lest I give cause to be suspected of more tenderness than doth become a man. I will remain the loyalist husband that did e'er plight troth. My residence in Rome at one Philario's, who to my father was a friend to me, known but by letter. Thither write my queen, and with mine eyes I'll drink the words you send, though ink be made of gall.
Be brief, I pray you. If the king come, I shall incur, I know not, how much of his displeasure. Yet I'll move him to walk this way. I never do him wrong, but he does by my injuries to be friends, pays dear for my offenses.
Should we be taking leave as a long term as yet we have to live, the lothness to depart would grow. Adieu.
Nay, stay a little. Were you but riding forth to air yourself? Such parting were too petty. Look here, love, this diamond was my mother's. Take it hard, but keep it till you woo another wife, when Imogen is dead.
How? How, another? You gentle gods, give me but this I have, and sear up my embracement from a next with bonds of death. Remain, thou here, well sense can keep it on, and sweetest, fairest, as I my poor self did exchange for you, to your so infinite loss, so in our trifles I still win of you for my sake. Wear this, it is a manacle of love, I'll place it upon this fairest prisoner.
Oh, the gods, when shall we see again?
Alack, the king.
By the way, Leilani, your queen is like the queen in Snow White. Just as wicked as she can be. And you did it last time with Dionysus, so I know it's there. All right.
I'll try not to be too obvious about it right now. It'll come out later on.
Later on, let her have it.
Yeah, my pretty. Hey, Linda.
Cloten, that should be easy. All right, here we go. Thou basest thing should avoid hence from my sight. If after this command thou fraught this court with the unworthiness, thou diest. Away, thou poison to my blood.
The gods protect you and bless the good remainders of the court. I am gone.
There cannot be a pinch in death, harsher than this is.
Oh, disloyal thing, that shouldst repair my youth, thou heapest a year's age on me.
I beseech you, sir, harm not yourself with your vexation. I am senseless of your wrath. Touch more rare subdues all pangs, all fears.
Past grace, obedience.
Past hope and in despair, that way past grace.
Thou mightest have had the sole son of my queen.
Oh, blessed that I might not. I choose an eagle and did a boy a paddock.
Thou tookest a beggar. How wouldst thou made my throne a seat for baseness?
No, I rather added a lustre to it.
O thou vile thing!
Sir, it is your fault that I have loved Posthumus. You bred him as my playfellow, and he is a man worth of any man. Overbuys me almost the sum he pays.
Well, how? Art thou mad?
Almost, sir. Heaven restore me. Will I wear a near's daughters and my Leonatus, our neighbor's shepherd's son?
O thou foolish thing! There, they were at it again. They were together. You have done naught after our command. Away with her, and pin her up.
Beseech your patience. Peace. Dear lady, peace. Sweet sovereign, leave us to ourselves and make yourself come comfort out of your best advice.
Nay, let her languish, a drop of blood a day, and being aged, die of this folly.
Fie, you must give way, your servant. How now, sir, what news?
My lord, your son drew on my master.
Ha! No harm, I trust, is done.
There might have been, but that my master rather played than fought, and I had no help of anger. They were parted by gentlemen at hand.
I am very glad on't.
Your sons, my father's friend, he takes his part. To draw upon an exile, oh, brave sir, I would dare wear in Afric both together. Myself, by with a needle, that I might prick the gore back. Why came you from your master?
On his command. he would not suffer me to bring him to the haven, left those notes of what commands I should be subject to, when it pleased you to employ me.
This hath been your faithful servant. I dare lay mine honor he will remain so.
I humbly thank your highness.
Pray, walk a while.
About some half hour hence, I pray you, speak with me. You should at least go see my lord Abor. For this time, leave me.
Scene 2, the same, a public place.
Sir, I would advise you to shift a shirt. The violence of action hath made you weak as a sacrifice. Where air comes out, air comes in. There's none abroad so wholesome as that you vent.
If my shirt were bloody, then to shift it. Have I hurt him?
No, faith, not so much of his patience.
Hurt him, his body is a passable carcass. If he be not hurt, it is a thought fair for steel, if it be not hurt.
His steel was in debt. It went o'er backside the town.
The villain would not stand me.
No, but he would fled forward still, toward your face.
Stand you, you have land enough of your own, but he added to your having, gave you some ground.
As many inches as you have oceans, puppies.
I would they had not come between us.
So would I, till you had measured how long a fool you were upon the ground.
And that she should love this fellow and refuse me.
If it be a sin to make a true election, she is damned.
Sir, as I told you always, her beauty and her brain go not together. She is a good sign, but I have seen small reflection of her wit.
She shines not upon fools, lest the reflection should hurt her.
Come, all to my chamber. Would there had been some hurt done.
I wish not so, unless it had been the fall of an ass, which is no great hurt.
You'll go with us?
I will attend your lordship.
Hey, come, let's go together.
Well, my lord.
Scene 3, a room in Cymbeline's palace.
I will dog rose into the shores of the heaven and questions every sail. If he should write and not have it, where a paper lost, as of offer mercy is. What was the last that he spake to thee?
It was his queen. His queen!
Then waved his handkerchief?
And kissed it, madame.
Senseless linen, happier therein than I. And that was all?
No, madame. For so long as he could make me with his eye or ear distinguish him from others, he did keep the deck, with glove or hat or handkerchief, still waving as the fits and stirs of the minds could best express how slow his soul sailed on, how swift his ship.
Thou should have made him as little as crow or less, ere left to after eye him.
Madame, so I did.
I would have broke mine iron strings, cracked them, but to look upon him till the diminution of space have pointed him sharp as my needle. Nay, followed him till he had melted from the smallest of a nact of air, and then have turned mine eye and weep. But good Pisanio, when shall we hear from him?
Be assured, madame, with his next vantage.
I did not take my leave of him, but had most pretty things to say. ere I could tell him how I would think of him at certain hours, such thoughts and such, or I could make him swear the sheets of Italy should not betray mine interest and his honor, or have charged him, at the 6th hour of morn, at noon, at midnight, to encounter me with orisons, for then I am in heaven for him. For ere I could give him the parting kiss which I had said betwixt two charming words, comes in my father, and like the tyrannous breeding of the north, checks all our buds from growing.
The queen, madam, desires your highness's company.
Those things I bid you do, get them dispatched. I will attend the queen.
Madam, I shall.
Rome, Philario's house.
Who's Giacomo?
Giacomo.
It was David, right? Is he?
David, yes.
Yeah, he's not here. Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here.
Dave's
Believe
not
it, sir.
here.
I'll do it. Believe it, sir. I have seen him in Britain. He was then of a crescent note, expected to prove so worthy as since he hath been allowed the name of it. But I could then have looked on him without the help of admiration, though the catalogue of his endowments had been tabled by his side, and I to peruse by him by items.
You speak of him when he was furnished, then now he is that which makes him both without and within.
I have seen him in France. We have had many there, could behold a son with as firm eyes as he.
This matter of marrying his king's daughter, wherein he must be weighed rather by her value than his own, words him, I doubt it not, a great deal from the matter.
And then his banishment.
Aye, and the approbation of those that weep this lamentable divorce under her colours are wonderfully to extend him, be it but to fortify her judgment, which else an easy battery might lay flat, for taking a beggar with less quality. But how comes it he is to sojourn with you? How creeps acquaintance?
His father and I were soldiers together, to whom I have been often bound for no less than my life. Here comes the Briton. Let him be so entertained amongst you as suits, with gentlemen of your knowing to a stranger with his quality.
You got more, Jim?
Continue.
But there's not more on my page. Oh, yes, yes. Ah, Mr. Posthumus, yes, welcome. I beseech you all, be it better known to this gentleman that I commend to you as a noble friend of mine. How worthy he is, I will leave to appear hereafter, and rather than story him to his own bearing.
Sir, we have known together in New Orleans.
Since when I have been debtors to you for courtesies, which I will be ever to pay, and yet pay still.
Sir, you overrate my poor kindness. I was glad I did atone my countrymen and you. It has been pity you should have been put together with so mortal a purpose as then each bore, upon importance of so slight and trivial of nature.
By your pardon, sir, I was then a young traveller, rather shunned to go even with what I heard, than in my every actions to be guided by others' experience. But upon my mended judgment, if I offend not to stay, it is mended. My quarrel was not altogether slight.
Faith, yes. To be put to the arbitrament of swords, and by such too that would by all likelihood have confounded one the other, or have fallen both.
Can we with manners ask what was the difference?
Safely, I think. 'Twas a continuing in public, which may, without contradiction, suffer the report. It was much like an argument that fell out of last night, where each of us fell in praise of our country mistresses, this gentleman at the time vouching, and upon want of bloody affirmation, his to be more fair, virtuous, wise, chaste, constant, qualified, and less attainable than the rarest of our ladies in France.
That lady is not now living, nor this gentleman's opinion by this worn out.
She holds her virtue still, and I my mind.
You must not so far prefer her for ours in Italy.
Being so far provoked as I was in France, I would abate her nothing, though I profess myself her adorer, not her friend.
As fair and as good, a kind of hand-in-hand comparison, had been something too fair and too good for any lady in Brittany. If she went before others I have seen, as that diamond of yours, outlusters many I have beheld, I could not but believe she excelled many. But as I have not seen the most precious diamond, that is, not your lady.
I praised her as I rated her. So do I my stone.
What do you esteem it at?
More than the world enjoys.
Either your unparagon's mistress is dead, or she's outprized by a trifle.
You are mistaken. The one may be sold or given if there were wealth enough for the purchase, or merit for the gift. The other is not a thing for sale, and only the gift of the gods.
Which the gods have given you.
Which by their graces I will keep.
You may wear her in title yours, but you know strange foul light upon neighboring ponds. Your ring may be stolen too, so your brace of unprizable estimations, the one is but frail, the other casual. A cunning thief or that away accomplished courtier would hazard the winning both of first and last.
Your Italy contains none so accomplished a courtier to convince the honor of my mistress, if in the holding or loss of that you term her frail. I do nothing doubt you have stores of thieves, notwithstanding. I fear not my ring.
Let us leave this gentleman.
Sir, with all my heart, this worthy signor, I thank him. Makes no stranger of me, we are familiar at first.
With 5 times so much conversation, I should get ground of your fair mistress, make her go back even to the yielding, admittance and opportunity to friend.
No.
I dare thereupon pawn the moiety of my estate to your ring, which in my opinion, or values it something, but I make my wager rather against her confidence than her reputation. And to bar your offense hereunto, I durst attempt it against any lady in the world.
You are a great deal abused in too bold a persuasion, and I doubt not you sustain what you're worthy of by your attempt.
What's that?
A repulse. Though your attempt, as you call it, deserves more, a punishment too.
Oh, gentlemen, enough of this. It came in too much and deeply. Let it die as it was born, and I pray you, be better acquainted.
Would I had my estate and my neighbors on the approbation of what I have spoke?
What lady would you choose to assail?
Yours, whom in constancy you think stands so safe. I will lay you 10,000 ducats to your ring that commend me to the court where your lady is, with no more advantage than the opportunity of a second conference. And I will bring from thence that honor of hers which you imagine so reserved.
I will wage against your gold. Gold to it. My ring I hold dear as my finger, 'tis part of it.
You are afraid, and therefore the wiser. If you buy lady's flesh at $1,000,000 a dram, you cannot preserve it from tainting. But I see you have some religion in you that you fear.
This is but a custom in your tongue. You bear a graver purpose, I hope.
I am the master of my speeches, and would undergo what's spoken, I swear.
Will you? I shall but lend my diamond to your return. Let there be covenants drawn between us. My mistress exceeds in goodness the hugeness of your unworthy thinking. I dare you to this match. Here's my ring.
I will have no lay.
By the gods, it is one. If I bring you no sufficient testimony that I have enjoyed the dearest body part of your mistress, my 10,000 ducats are yours. So is your diamond too. If I come off and leave her in such honor as you have trust in, she your jewel. This your jewel and my gold are yours, provided I have your commendation for my more free entertainment.
I embrace these conditions. Let us have articles betwixt us. Only, thus far you shall answer. If you make your voyage upon her and give me directly to understand you have prevailed, I am no further your enemy. She is not worth our debate. If she remain unseduced, you not making it appear otherwise, for your ill opinion and the assault you have made to her chastity, you shall answer me with your sword.
Your hand, a covenant, and we will have these things set down by lawful counsel. And straightway for Britain, lest the bargain should catch cold and starve, I will fetch my gold and have our 2 wagers recorded.
Agreed.
Will this hold, think you?
Oh, Senor Giacomo, will not from it. Pray, let us follow them. Oh, this is terrible.
Scene 5. Britain, a room in Cymbeline's palace.
Whilst the dews on ground gather those flowers, make haste. Who has a note of them?
Aye, madam.
Dispatch. Now, Master Doctor, have you brought those drugs?
Please, your highness. Aye, here they are, madam. But I beseech your grace, without offense, my conscience bids me ask, wherefore you have commanded of me these most poisonous compounds, which are the movers of a languishing death, but those slow, deadly.
I wonder, Doctor, thou asked me such a question. Have I not been thy pupil long? Hast thou not learned me how to make perfumes, distill, preserve? Yea, so that great king himself doth woo me oft for my confections. Having thus far proceeded, unless thou think'st me devilish, it's not meet that I did amplify my judgment in other conclusions. I will try the forces of these compounds on such creatures as we count not worth the hanging, but none human, to try the vigor of them and apply elements to their act, and by them gather their several virtues and effects.
Your highness shall from this practice but make hard your heart. Besides, the seeing these effects will be both noisome and infectious.
Oh, content thee. Here comes the flattering rascal. Upon him will I first work. He is for his master an enemy to my son. How now, Pisanio? Doctor, your service is for this time ended. Take your own way.
I do suspect you, madam, but you shall do no harm.
Hark thee, a word.
I do not like her. She doth think she has strange, lingering poisons. I do know her spirit, and will not trust one of her malice with a drug of such damned nature. Those she has will stupefy and dull the sense a while, which first perchance she will prove on cats and dogs, then afterward up higher. But there is no danger in what show of death it makes, more than the locking up the spirits a time to be more fresh, reviving. She is fooled with the most false effect, and I the truer, so to be false with her.
No further service, doctor, until I send for thee.
I humbly take my leave.
Weep she still, say'st thou? Dost thou think in time she will not quench? And let instructions enter where folly now possesses? Do thou work. When thou shalt bring me word she loves my son, I'll tell thee on the instant thou art then as great as is thy master. Greater, for his fortunes all lie speechless, and his name is at last gasp. Return he cannot, nor continue where he is. To shift his being is to exchange one misery with another, and every day that comes to decay a day's work in him. What shalt thou expect to be depender on a thing that leans, who cannot be new built, nor has no friends, so much as to prop him? Thou takest up, thou knowst not what, but take it for thy labor. It is the thing I made, which hath the king 5 times redeemed from death. I do not know what is more cordial. Nay, I prithee, take it. It is an earnest of a further good that I mean to thee. Tell thy mistress how the case stands with her. Do it as from thyself. Think what a chance thou chancest on, but think thou hast thy mistress still. To boot, my son who shall take notice of her. I'll move the king to any shape of their preferment, such as thou desire, and then myself I chiefly that set thee on this desert, and bound to load thy merit richly. Call my women, think on my words. A sly and constant knave not to be shaked, the agent for his master, and the remembrancer of her to hold the hand fast to her lord. I have given him that which, if he take, shall quite unpeople her of liegers for her suite, in which she after, except she bend her humour, shall be assured to taste of too. So, well done. Well done! The violets, cowslips, and the primroses. Bear to my closet. Fare thee well, Pisanio. Think on my words.
And shall do. But when to my good lord I prove untrue, I'll choke myself. There's all I'll do for you.
Scene 6, the same, another room in the palace.
I'm just going to say, Iacamo, I can read because I don't have Philario anymore. If you want, Leilani, I can read that.
Totally up to you. Go ahead.
My next thing is in Act 5, so it's up to you how you want it.
I'm kind of enjoying it, but that's all right.
Enjoy it then. That's fine. You get to get in bed with Leilani.
Couch casting.
Imogene, yes. I was hoping I would get in bed with Imogene.
Oh, go ahead, Jim. Take it. That's fine. Go ahead. Go for it.
Dirty old man.
Go for it. It's your chance. It is your only chance. Go for it.
It's your
A
only
father, crew.
I get to
And a-
fight with Richard also. That's good. Hiya!
So
Okay.
scene 6, the same, another room in the palace.
A
Enter
father.
Imogen. Is that where we are?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's roll it. Action.
Okay. Imogen, take it away.
A father cruel and a step down false. A foolish suitor to a wedded lady. That had her husband banished. Oh, that husband. My supreme crown of grief, and those repeated vexatious of it. I have been thief stolen, as my 2 brothers happy, but most miserable in the desire that's glorious. Blessed be those, how mean soever, that have their honest wills with season's comfort. Who may this be? 5.
Madam, a noble gentleman of Rome comes from my lord with letters.
Change you, madam. The worthy Leonatus is in safety, and they greet your highness dearly.
Thanks, good sir. You're kindly welcome.
All of her that is an out-of-door most rich, if she be furnished with a mind so rare, she alone is an Arabian bird, and I have lost the wager. Boldness, be my friend, and arm me audacity from head to foot, or like the Parthenian, I shall fly fight, rather directly fight.
He is the one of the noblest note, to whose kindness I am not most infinite tied. Reflect upon him accordingly, as you value your trust, Leonatus. So far I read aloud, but even the very middle of my heart, it's warmed by the rest, and takes it thankfully. You are as welcome, worthy sir, as I. Have words to bid you, and shall find it so in all that I can do.
Thank you, fairest lady. Are you men mad? What? Well, hath nature given them eyes to see this vaulted arch, and the rich crop of sea and land, which shall distinguish twixt the fairy orbs above and the twin stones upon the outnumbered of friends of beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, friendly beach. And can we not partition make with spectacles as precious twixt fair and foul?
What makes your admiration?
Oh, it cannot be in the eye, for apes and monkeys twixt 2 such cheese would chatter this way and contemn with mouths the other, and the judgment for idiots in this case of favor would be wisely definite, and nor in the appetite sluttery with such neat excellence opposed, would make a desire vomit emptiness, and not so allured to feed.
What is the matter, Tro?
Oh, the cloyed will that satiate yet unsatisfied desire, that tub both filled and running, ravening first the lands, alongs after the garbage.
What, dear sir, thus raps you? Are you well?
Thanks, madam, well. Beseech you, sir, desire my man's abode when I did leave him. He's strange and peevish.
I was going, sir, to give him welcome.
And
Continues well, my lord. His health beseech you?
oh, well, madam, yes.
Is he disposed to mirth? I hope he is.
Exceeding pleasure. None a stranger there, so merry and so gamesome. He is called the Briton Reveller.
When he was here, he did incline to sadness, and oft times, not knowing why.
I never saw him sad, and there is a Frenchman, his companion, one an eminent monsieur, that is, monsieur? Oui. That it seems much loves a gallant girl at home. He furnishes the thick sighs from him, whilst the jolly Briton, your lord, I mean, laughs from his 3 young lungs, cries, "Oh, can my sides hold to think that man who knows by history report and his own good what woman is, yea, and she cannot choose what must be. Will his free hours languish for the assured bondage?"
Will my lord say so?
Well, aye, madam, with his eyes in flood with laughter. It is a recreation to be by, and hear him mock the Frenchman. But heavens knows, as some men are much to blame.
Not he, I hope.
Well, not he, but heaven's bounty towards him might be used more thankfully. In himself 'tis much, in you which I account his beyond all talents. Whilst I am bound to wonder, I am bound to pity too.
What do you pity, sir?
Oh, 2 creatures heartily.
I am one, sir. You look on me. What wreck discern you in me? Deserve your pity?
Lamentable! What to hide me from the radiant sun and the solace in the dungeon by a smurf, unsnuffed.
I pray you, sir, deliver with more openness your answers to my demands. Why do you pity me?
Oh, that others do. I was about to say, enjoy your, but it was the office of my gods to avenge it, and not me to speak on it.
You do seem to know something of me, or what concerns me. Pray you, since doubling things go ill often hurts more than to be sure they do, for certainties either are past remedies or timely knowing. The remedy then born, discovered to me, what both you spur and stop.
Had I this cheek to bathe my lips upon, this hand whose every touch would force the feeler a soul to the oath of loyalty, this object which takes prisoner in the wild motion of mine eye, fixing it only here, should I, damned then, slaver with lips as common as the stairs at Mount the Capitol, joining gripes with hands made hard with hourly falsehood. Falsehood! Oh, as with labor, then thy peeping in an eye, base and illustrious as the smoky light that's fed with stinking
tallow. It were fit that all the plagues of hell should be at one time encounter such revolt.
My lord, I fear, has forgot Britain.
And himself, not me. Oh, incline to this intelligence. Pronounce the beggary of his change, but 'tis your graces that from these mutest conscious in my tongue charms this report out.
Let me hear no more.
Oh, well, dearest soul, you cause death strike my heart with pity. Oh, thou dost make me sick. Ah, a lady so fair and fastened to an empery would make the greatest king double, and to be partnered with tomboys, hired with that self-exhibition which your own coffers yield, with diseased vengeance of adventures that play with all infirmities for gold and rottenness and lead nature. Much such stuff as well ought to be poison, pollution, poison, and be revenged. Are she that bore you was no queen, and you record them from your great stock.
Revenge. How should I be revenged? If this be true, as I have such a heart that both mine ears must not in haste abuse. If it be true, how should I revenge?
Well, should he make me live like Diana's priest betwixt cold sheets, while he is vaulting variable ramps in your despise, should your purse revenge it? I dedicate myself to your sweet pleasure, and more noble than that, relegate to your bed, and will continue fast in your affections, still close as should.
What hope, Pisanio?
Let me my service tender on your lips.
Away, I do condemn mine ears that have so long attended thee. If thou wert honorable, thou wouldst have told this tale for virtue, not for such an end thou seekest, as base as strange. Thou wrongest a gentleman, who is as fair from the report as thou from honor, and solicited here a lady that disdains thee and the devil alike. What hope, Pisanio, the king, my father, should be made acquainted of thy assault? If she should think of it, it fit, associate stranger in his court to mark in as in a Romish stew, and to expound his beastie mind to us. He had a court he little cares for, and a daughter who he's no respect at all. What hope, Pisanio?
Oh, happy Leonatus, I may say, the credit that thy lady hath of thee deserves thy trust, and thy most perfect goodness her assured credit. Blessed live you long, and a lady to the worthiest, sir, that ever country called his, and you, his mistress, only in the most worthiest fit. Give me your pardon. I have spoken this to know of your affiance. We're deeply rooted, and shall make your lord that which he is now new or, and he is one, the truest manner, such a holy witch, that he enchants societies unto him, and half all men's hearts are his.
You make amends.
Huh? Well, he sits amongst men with a descended God, and he hath a kind of honor sets him off, more than a mortal seeming. Be not angry. Oh, most mighty princess, that I have adventured to try your taking of a false report, which hath honor with confirmation your great judgment in the election of a sir so rare, which you know cannot err. The love I bear him made me fan you thus, and but the gods made you unlike all others, chafeless. Oh, pardon your mark.
All is well, sir. Take my power in the court for yours.
Oh, my humble thanks. I had almost intended entreat your grace, but in a small request, that of moment too, for it concerns your lord, myself, and other noble friends, are partners in this business.
Pray, what is it?
Well, some dozen Romans of us, and your lord, best feather for our wing, have mingled arms and to buy a present for the emperor, and which I, the factor for the rest, have done in France. 'Tis plate of rare device, and jewels of rich and exquisite form, their values great, and I am something curious, be strange, to have them in safe storage, and may it please you to take them in protection.
Willingly, and upon mine honor for the safety. Since my lord had interest in them, I will keep them in my bedchamber.
Oh, they are in a trunk and amended by my men. I will make bold to send them to you, only for this one night. I must aboard tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Eh? Oh, well, I beseech, or I shall short my word for lengthening my return. From Gallia I crossed the seas on purpose and on promise to see your grace.
I thank you for your pains, but not away tomorrow.
Oh, I must, madam. Therefore I shall beseech you, if you please to greet your lord with writing, do it tonight, and I will have outstood my time, which is material to the tender of our present.
I will write. Send your trunk to me. It shall safe be kept, and truly yielded you. You are very welcome.
Thank you.